أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. صلى الله عليك يا رسول الله، صلى الله عليك وعلى أهل بيتك المظلومين، صلى الله عليك يا أبا عبد الله، صلى الله عليك يا ابن رسول الله، يا رحمة الله الواسعة ويا باب نجاة الأمة. ما خاب من تمسك بكم وأمن من لجأ إليكم. يا ليتنا كنا معكم سادتي فنفوز فوزا عظيما. قال الله تعالى في كتابه المجيد: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والذين تبوأوا الدار والإيمان من قبلهم يحبون من هاجر إليهم ولا يجدون في صدورهم حاجة مما أوتوا ويؤثرون على أنفسهم ولو كان بهم خصاصة ومن يوق شح نفسه فأولئك هم المفلحون. آمنا بالله. صدق الله العلي العظيم. صلوا على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. السلام عليك يا ابن رسول الله، السلام عليك يا ابن أمير المؤمنين، السلام عليك أيها العبد الصالح المطيع لله ولرسوله ولأمير المؤمنين. فجزاك الله خير الجزاء ورحمة الله وبركاته. Respected brothers and sisters, tonight is the night when we want to talk about a very important personality within the people who participated in Karbala. The person every one of us love to hear about him. Of course, Imam Hussein alayhi salam is on the top of the list. But when we look at the companions of Abu Abdullah, when we look at them, each and everyone individually, for some reason, you see your heart is longing to this particular individual. This is none but the one who is known as Abul Fadl al-Abbas. The way we look at the ziyarat of our scholars, the way we look, for example, in the book Mafatihul Jinan, you come to know that not only that he is known as Abul Fadl al-Abbas, but the titles which he has been given are so important for us to think and reflect. You know that he is known as Al-Abdus Salih, the righteous servant of Allah. Abd Salih. Abul Fadl al-Abbas, when you look at his life, you don't see anything wrong. He wasn't a ma'soom. You look at the list of ma'soomina are 14. Abul Fadl al-Abbas is not there. But he is known as Al-Abdus Salih. Not only that, Al-Muti'u lillahi wa li rasulih wa li amir al-mu'minin wa lil Hasan wal Hussein. Of course, Fatima Zahra is among them. You look at Abul Fadl al-Abbas, you see this title number one, Not only he is Abdun al-Abdu Salih, the righteous servant of Allah, but also you find that he is al-Muti' lillah, the one who was obedient to Allah, obedient to Rasulullah, obedient to Amirul Mu'mineen, obedient to Fatima to Zahra, obedient to brother Hassan, and obedient to Hussein, the Imam of his time. Al-Muti'u lillah wa li Rasuli wa li Amiril Mu'mineen, and the rest. It is this Abul Fadl al-Abbas who is known as Qamar Bani Hashim. Not only that, he was handsome man. If you are now, sometimes we look at those painting photos, people try to paint the face of Abul Fadl al-Abbas. Even with that imagination, even with the imagination, you look at him, you say, wow, he was a handsome man, Abul Fadl al-Abbas. Physically, he was very fit. Mentally, very fit. Spiritually, very fit. This is Abul Fadl al-Abbas. And not only that, he was known as Qamar Bani Hashim. In Karbala, you can see clearly the children, the adults were looking for Abul Fadl al-Abbas whenever they had a need. Not only that, another title, Abul Fadl al-Abbas is known as Saqi Utasha Karbala. Saqi. He was the one who quenched the thirsty of the people who were in Karbala. He was the one who distributed water to the people who were there. Saqi Utasha Karbala. He was known as Hamilul Liwa. Imam Abi Abdullah al-Hussein alayhi salam did not give the banner or the flag except to him. He is known as standard bearer. Normally in Arabic culture, even in the time of Jahiliyyah, if you go to fight, the people who go to fight, the one who carries the flag is a hero. Look at Imam Hussein alayhi salam. He didn't give the flag which he was carrying to anyone, not to Ali al-Akbar, with full respect of each and every Shaheed of Karbala, but he chose Abul Fadl al-Abbas. For the brothers and sisters who have visited Karbala, there is a particular place which is known as Al-Mukhayyam. When you go to this Al-Mukhayyam, which was a camp of Imam Hussein alayhi salam when he reached Karbala, just now when you enter the Mukhayyam, on your right side there is a particular place. You ask who stayed here, they will tell you that the first khayma, the tent, is of Abul Fadl al-Abbas, because he used to guard all the tents which were there. Hamil al-Liwa. You don't give the standard to anyone except to one who is a hero. It is here we understand even non-Arabs, they call him Alamdar. Yeah, Alamdar, the one who carries the flag of Imam Abi Abdullah al-Hussein alayhi salam. Why, you ask the question, why Abul Fadl had all these titles? Number one, the scholars say he was the person who was with ikhlas. When we look at our Imam alayhi salam, they are ma'sumin. Zahra alayha salam, ma'suma. Abul Fadl al-Abbas, what made you to acquire this status? When people go to Karbala, they reach there, they ask the question, can I start to go to do ziyarah of Imam Hussein alayhi salam first? Or can I go to do ziyarah of Abul Fadl al-Abbas? If I go to do ziyarah of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, maybe he may ask me, did you visit Abul Fadl al-Abbas first or not? What made him to reach that particular level? Nothing else except al-ikhlas. And it is here our scholars, they say clearly, it is your ikhlas, your sincerity, which may raise you to the highest level in this world, fi dunya wal akhirah. It is that status of ikhlas which made him to be waliyun min awliya'illah. People of Iraq, not only that they know Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas with these old titles, but they reach to call him Imam al-Abbas. He's not one of the infallibles, but because of leadership which he had. When you look at Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas, you see al-Wafa, loyalty. He was very loyal. In Karbala, you ask yourself, when every shaheed, when every warrior came out to fight to defend Abu Abdullah al-Hussein alayhi salam, you find that Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas remained until the end. Why he didn't go in the beginning, or he just jumped out to start fighting? Because of al-Wafa. He listened to Abu Abdullah al-Hussein alayhi salam. Few times he came and he said, I want to go to defend you. Imam Hussein alayhi salam would say, no, wait, your time will come. He never ever disrespected Abu Abdullah al-Hussein alayhi salam. He said, yes, oh my brother, and oh Abu Abdullah. He used to give him the titles to show respect. This is al-Wafa. But when you look at all the qualities of Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas, not only that he was a brave man, and when we talk about brave man, we come to understand that Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas was born in the year 26 AH, and he lived with Amirul Mu'minin alayhi salam only for 14 years. But when he was 14 years of age, it was at that time the battle of Siffin took place. Can you imagine the father is telling his son, you are going to fight, 14 years of age, you are going to fight. And he didn't say, Father, I'm still young, please forgive me, choose another one. Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas participated in the battle of Siffin, and he fought. People were thinking that the one who was fighting, his styles is of Amirul Mu'minin alayhi salam. And they thought that maybe this is Ali bin Abi Talib. He was covering his face until they said, can you remove the cover so that we can see who is this Ali? We see Ali sitting there, but which Ali again is fighting here? They wanted to know. When he removed his cover, they came to know that he was a young man of 14 years of age. What are we learning here? We are learning from Amirul Mu'minin and from Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas that the children of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam were all of them were warriors. The young one is warrior, the old one is warrior. Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas was a warrior. In front of his father, he participated in the battle of Siffin. This is Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas. Not only that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the verse which I have recited, which is in Surah in the Holy Quran, ayah number 9, Surah Al-Hashr, we see clearly that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us that وَالَّذِينَ تَبَوَّأُوا الدَّارَ وَالْإِيمَانَ مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ يُحِبُّونَ مَنْ هَاجَرَ إِلَيْهِمْ وَلَا يَجِدُونَ فِي صُدُورِهِمْ حَاجَةً, until the end of the ayah, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says He praises the people of Medina, the ones who are known as Al-Ansar. He says, and those people of Medina, the Ansar, when their brothers migrated to them to the city in Medina, وَالَّذِينَ تَبَوَّأُوا الدَّارَ وَالْإِيمَانَ مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ, those who chose the city of Medina to be their abode before the Muhajirina migrated to Medina, these people, they have qualities. Number one, yuhibbuna man hajara ilayhim. They love those brothers of Makkah and sisters who migrated to Medina. As we mentioned in one of majalis here, muhajir, immigrant, normally is person who people don't like him. Even though a muhajir may bring a lot of benefits to a country or to a city. And normally muhajirin bring a lot of benefits. I will go a bit out of topic, then I'll come back. In Europe, now you hear stories. Muhajirin from Africa, muhajirin from Pakistan, muhajirin from Afghanistan, Muhajirin from Syria, from Iran, from all over the place, they go to Europe. Why? Because they are looking for new life. Some of them, for example, in Mali or Cameroon or one of those countries, they said, we used to do fishing in our country. All of a sudden, fish disappeared. When we were looking for the reason, we saw big ship are coming to do fishing. So eventually we don't have anything. What can we do? We have to do hijrah, migration. So where do they go? Europe. Funny enough, no any country in Europe is welcoming the Muhajirin easily, except one, and that is Germany. Angela Merkel, the chancellor, they call them chancellor. It's like a prime minister, like a president. Now she is no longer a chancellor. Some people said when the election came, she looked at her people, she know that no, they don't like me. Why? Because Angela Merkel allowed more than 1 million immigrants to go to Germany. It's not easy. 1 million and above. So you ask the question why? The reason is normally in these countries of Europe, people do not want to have more babies. The normal family, the standard family, they have only one child or two. So now when you look at those who are known as retired, people when they retire, they get pension. This pension, where do you get the money from? People say taxes. Government give taxes. But normally when you talk to the economists, they will tell you, the pension which you get it today, it is from the young people who are working. They work, they give taxes, and the taxes are given to the elderly people who are retired. Funny enough, the countries don't want to say, we want young people to come and work in order for us to get money. Why? Because they are Muhajirin. However, those who know that there are a lot of benefits, there are a lot of things which the country can benefit from Muhajirin, they know, do not hate the Muhajirin, especially the young people who come to work, they work hard and they give tax. So now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving us the same idea. We see it clearly in the ideas of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in the eyes of Allah. وَالَّذِينَ تَبَوَّأُوا الدَّارَ وَالْإِيمَانَ مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ يُحِبُّونَ. Their quality is that the Ansar, they love the Muhajirin. وَلَا يَجِدُونَ فِي صُدُورِهِمْ حَاجَةً مِمَّا أُوتُوا. Whatever Allah has given them, they don't see that we have hajat, we have needs, we are poor, we don't need to share, we don't want to share with the Muhajirin. No, Ansar were not like that. يُحِبُّونَ مَنْ هَاجَرَ إِلَيْهِمْ وَلَا يَجِدُونَ فِي صُدُورِهِمْ حَاجَةً مِمَّا أُوتُوا وَيُؤْثِرُونَ عَلَى أَنفُسِهِمْ. This is the quality of the Ansar. يُؤْثِرُونَ عَلَى أَنفُسِهِمْ. They prefer, above themselves, they prefer the Muhajirin. It's not easy. When you see someone immigrates from his country to your country, you say, well, I prefer them than me. I prefer them than whatever I have. I'll give them whatever they need. Ansar gave their houses. They gave their money. They gave their trade. They divided. They gave their farms. They gave each and everything they had to share with their brothers from Makkah. This is a good quality. Now you ask the question, after the Ansar, who had this quality? We look at the companions of Rasulullah, we say, yes, they had this quality. But in Karbala, we see the quality of Al-Ithar with Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas, Ibn Amir al-Mu'mineen. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. We see this quality with Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas, Al-Ithar. Let me give you a small example. Sometimes when we sit together, I want to drink some water. Water is given it to me. I look at someone who is sitting near me, I know he needs this water. Instead of, and I'm thirsty, especially for example in Shahru Ramadan, we want to break our fasting. You are giving me water, I need the water to drink. I look at my friend, my brother who sits near me, I know he needs this water more than me. What do I do normally? I'll drink it first. And then I can ask him, do you want it? Maybe I'll leave half. Al-Ithar is not like that. Al-Ithar is a quality that I know I am thirsty. I need this water to drink. My brother near me, he needs this water more than me. Instead of me drinking it, I'll give it to him. And mashallah, Iranians are so good with this quality. Whether they do it for any reason, Allahu A'lam, but they are very good. When they get water, before they drink, they will give you. Befarmaid. Befarmaid. Agha befarmaid. You say no, that's another issue. This quality is very important for us to remember. In the Holy Quran, ayah number 9, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about it. Abul Fadl al-Abbas was the one who had the quality of al-Ithar. He preferred others above himself. He looks at the children, he looks at women in Karbala, he wants to drink water. He reaches the river Euphrates. Instead of him drinking the water, he's very thirsty. He says, no, this is not for me. I will give it to Hussein, my brother, he's the Imam, to Sister Zainab, and the ladies who are there, and the children in Karbala. It's no joke to have this particular quality of Al-Ithar. So when we look at Abul Fadl al-Abbas, then we come to understand that A'imma alayhimus salam, especially Imam Sajjad, Ali ibn al-Hussein Zainul Abidin, salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. He says, Rahimallahu Ammi al-Abbas. May Allah reward my uncle Abbas. He went an extra mile to save the people who are in Karbala. And he spent a lot. He gave all the efforts, all types of efforts, he put them to help the people in Karbala. And he said, Abul Fadl al-Abbas was one who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tested him. I'm paraphrasing the words of Imam alayhi salam, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when he saw him lost both of his arms, Allah changed, replaced his arms with the wings. He is in paradise. He is flying with the angels. Exactly what Allah did to Ja'far al-Tayyar, the one whose arms were cut off in the battle of Mu'ta. This is Abul Fadl al-Abbas. Then Imam Sajjad alayhi salam says, Ammi al-Abbas has got a special place in Jannah. All the shuhada yughbitunahu. They have ghibta. Ghibta, there are two words in Arabic. One is hasad and another one which is ghibta. Hasad is when you see me with something, or I see you with something good and I don't want you to have it. This is hasad. It's a bad trait. It's a negative trait. While ghibta, you have something good and I see it is good, I say, MashaAllah, may Allah give you even more. If Allah wants, He can give me like yours. I want you to have it and I want to have it, but I don't want you to lose it. Abul Fadl al-Abbas, Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam says, the shuhada in Jannah, they will wish to have whatever the position Abul Fadl al-Abbas has. This is Abul Fadl al-Abbas. Now again we ask the question, why? We come to know it is because of ikhlas of Abul Fadl al-Abbas. There is a Sayyid by the name Sayyid Sabah al-Shubbar, a very big scholar. For the Arab brothers and sisters who speaks the Arabic and they follow Masail Fiqhiyya, at the time we have few scholars who, mashallah, their lectures can be viewed easily. One of them is him. Sayyid Sabah al-Shubbar, he tells us about karamat of Abul Fadl al-Abbas. Karamat. Karamat are extra powers which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives someone. Karamat are like miracles which Allah can give it to you. Abul Fadl al-Abbas has got a lot of karamat. Before we mention this story, people of Iraq and other Arab countries who know the position of Abul Fadl al-Abbas, they go to visit Abul Fadl al-Abbas with their intentions. Some of them are sick people. They go to do dua at the grave of Abul Fadl al-Abbas. Their dua are fulfilled. I have seen with my own eyes some people who are ill. They were not cured. They went to visit Abul Fadl al-Abbas and they were cured because of their ziyarah. Some people didn't have children. They went there. They asked Allah at the Harram of Abul Fadl al-Abbas. Allah fulfilled their dua and wishes. Coming back to Sayyid Sabah al-Shubbar, he says his father told him this story. One day the father was passing in front of the Harram of Abul Fadl al-Abbas. All of a sudden he saw a group of people and the noises were going higher and higher. The father said to his son, I stopped there and I wanted to know what's going on here. People said, you see that lady, that woman there, and her husband, there's a problem. The husband has accused the wife that the wife has slept, forgive my language, has slept with another man. And this woman has become pregnant. The husband is accusing the wife. And the wife is saying, no, I did not sleep with any man. It was you who did this and I'm pregnant because of that. So now why are they here? Sayyid is asking. People said it's because this lady said he did qasam. He took an oath in the name or by the name of Abul Fadl al-Abbas, and that's why they are here now. So what's the story? This man married this particular woman. And there was problem. Like any husband and wives, there are issues. So the problem happened and the husband said, you know what? You better go to your family. Go to your family. So he took the wife back to their family. The wife stayed there. For some reason, this man was not a good man. There was no talaq, there's no divorce. After some time, the man said, you know what? Let me go visit my wife. Maybe we can have reconciliation. So he went to their family house. He knocked at the door. It seems that he knew that at that time, there was no father, there was no mother, there was no uncle, nobody, but the wife is in. He knocked at the door. The wife asked, who is there? He said, I am here. So the husband said, okay. The wife maybe thought that the husband has come for reconciliation. Opened the door. The husband came with big smile, talking and being good in terms of wordings. The wife wanted that, of course. She wanted reconciliation. For some reason, the husband said, you know what? Again, brothers, sisters, forgive my language. We are mentioning the story. He said, well, what do you think if we can sleep together? You are still my wife, I'm your husband. The wife for some reason said, but you know, the way you are coming, my mother, my father are not here. It's not okay. He said, don't worry, I'm still your husband. There's no any problem. So what can we do? Yeah, let's sleep together. He said, but they know you are not here. They know I'm alone. Anything could happen. He said, don't worry, you are still my wife. The wife said, okay. If you want that, okay. However, let us take qasam in the name of Abul Fadl al-Abbas. That you are doing this, it's halal, yes. But in the name of Abul Fadl al-Abbas, we put Abul Fadl al-Abbas in front of us and between us. The husband said, no problem. Subhanallah, after some times, this wife became pregnant. Now, this is a big issue. You are in your family house. Your husband is not here. you have to tell us this pregnancy, where did it come from? And you know, for tribes, especially within Arab countries and other non-Arab countries, it's a big issue. How can you become pregnant if you are not married? And it is here they wanted to kill this woman. We are going to kill you until you tell us this pregnancy, where did you get it from? She said, this one is from my husband. And she said the whole story. He came here one day, he knocked on the door, and he wanted me, and I didn't refuse, but I took an oath, but in the name of Abul Fadl al-Abbas, that it is him, not anyone else, I slept with. They said, okay, call him. He was called. You, what do you say about the pregnancy? He said, no, it's not mine. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi rajiun. It's not mine. You lady, you say this pregnancy is from him. He denies, he says, not from me. It seems the man was bad. He wanted the wife to be killed. And it was here the lady said, don't do anything. Father, mother, uncles, I took an oath in the name of Abul Fadl al-Abbas. I beg you, let's go to the Harram of Abul Fadl al-Abbas in order for him to judge between us. And that's why the father of Sayyid Sabah Shubar says, I saw the people near the Harram. They entered the Harram. When they entered the Harram, the lady started crying. Ya Abul Fadl al-Abbas, I took an oath in your name, and this man did what he did. Now he is refusing to admit that this pregnancy is his. I ask you to judge between us. The man was near the Harram, the Dharih, the grave of Abul Fadl al-Abbas. All of a sudden, the people who were there, they saw this man being lifted up, and no one was lifting him. They were looking like, what's happening here? He was lifted few meters, and he was hit on the ground, put down on the ground. And again he was lifted, and he was hit again on the ground. They saw the man is about to die. Speak, he couldn't speak. The wife said, I said, this is what to happen if I have committed zina, haram thing. I ask Abul Fadl al-Abbas to help me. And the people now started seeing the husband is being punished. According to the story, this man later on died. Why? Because he wanted evil for his wife, and Abul Fadl al-Abbas, through the power of Wali of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, helped this woman. Now the story like this, when we hear from our scholars, esteemed scholars, then you come to understand the power and the position of Abul Fadl al-Abbas. It is Abul Fadl al-Abbas who has saved many people. Today, many people in around the world who know the position of Abul Fadl al-Abbas, you tell them we need to take an oath. They may be not serious when you say wallahi. They may not be serious when you say billahi. They may not be serious when you say tallahi or the name of Rasulullah. But you say in the name of Abul Fadl al-Abbas, you will see the changes. It is Abul Fadl al-Abbas who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has honored him. Now, when you look at Abul Fadl al-Abbas in Karbala, then you come to understand that Abul Fadl al-Abbas on the day of Ashura, he was so tortured. He looked at the children of Karbala are crying, Al-Atash, Al-Atash. Thirsty, thirsty is killing us. And it is here Abul Fadl al-Abbas comes to Imam Abi Abdullah al-Hussein alayhi salam, and he says, oh, Ya Aba Abdullah, give me permission to go and fight. Imam alayhi salam says, no, you wait, your time will come. Until all the shuhada are now known as shuhada, then Abul Fadl al-Abbas is coming to Abi Abdullah. He says, oh, Imam, oh, Hussein, oh my Amir, give me opportunity to go and fight. Imam Hussein alayhi salam says, if you are to do something, then go bring some water. Abul Fadl al-Abbas goes, he fights with the people until he reaches the river Euphrates, and he wants to drink some water. The water is so cool. He takes the water with his arms. He wants to drink, then he remembers Al-Atash. Al-Atash, he remembers Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. It was at that time he says, no, I cannot drink this water. And the lines which he said are very clear. Ya nafsu min ba'dil Husayni huni wa ba'dahu la kunti an takuni hadha al-Husayn waridul manuni وتشربين بارد المعين تالله ما هذا فعال ديني. How can you drink this cool water while Hussein is thirsty? Oh my soul, how can you tell me to drink this water while Abu Abdullah al-Hussein is thirsty? He threw the water back to the river. He fills the container with water. He carries them with his right. When he comes back, the enemies are surrounding him, but not in front because they feared him. They go behind Abil Fadl al-Abbas. While he is there, it is then they come and they attack Abul Fadl al-Abbas. Abul Fadl al-Abbas, he said, Wallahi in qata'tumu yamini, I bear witness and I swear by Allah, if you chop my right hand, I will protect my Imam. He carries the water with the left. Mu'minina, I ask you, if you are injured, you injure your finger, is it possible to forget the pain of your injuries? Abul Fadl al-Abbas doesn't have his right arm. He carries the water with the left, and they come, they hit the left arm. Abul Fadl al-Abbas is without both arms. He carries the water container with his teeth. Abul Fadl al-Abbas is carrying the water with the teeth. The enemies, they targeted the water, and now he loses the water. Abul Fadl al-Abbas sits on the horse, armless, injured, blood everywhere. He's thinking, my mission was to bring water, now I don't have any water. When he was in that state, someone comes with the iron rod. He hit Abul Fadl al-Abbas on his head. Abul Fadl al-Abbas now, he is going to fall on the ground. Oh mu'mineen, when you fell on the ground, the first thing you put is your arms. Now Abul Fadl al-Abbas doesn't have his arms. He's falling on the ground without arms. When he was in that particular state, he says, Assalamu alayka ya Aba Abdullah. Peace be upon you, O Aba Abdullah. Imam Hussein runs toward Abul Fadl al-Abbas. When he reaches him, he sees there is an arrow in the ear of Abul Fadl, in the eye of Abul Fadl al-Abbas. It is very difficult to Allah. Imam Hussein alayhi salam comes closer to Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas. In one narration he says, Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas can't see. There is blood all over the face. He's asking, who are you? Then Imam Hussein alayhi salam says, I am your brother. I am Imam Hussein. He says, okay, now what's the plan? What do you want to do? Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas says, oh Aba Abdullah, what do you want to do? Hussein alayhi salam said, I'm taking you back to the tent. Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas said, I ask you not to take me back to the tent. Why, ya Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas? Because I promise water to the children. I promise water to Sakina. How can I go there without water? While Aba Abdullah is carrying the head of Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas on his lap, he passes away. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Imam Hussein stands up. He looks at the right and the left. He doesn't see anyone to help him. It was at that moment Aba Abdullah, he said, Al-ana inkasara dhahri. It is now my back has been broken. It is now I don't have any other plan. Hal min nasirin yansuruna. Is there any helper to help us? Is there anyone to come for our rescue? Some historians say then Imam Hussein goes back to the tent. The young lady asks, oh Aba Abdullah, where is my uncle Abbas? It was at that moment Imam Hussein said that Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas has become Shaheed. Sayyida Zainab had that. It was at that moment Sayyida said, Wa Abbasa. May Allah reward you. Can you repeat the word please? Wa Abbasa. Wa Abbasa. وَأَخَاهُ وَأَخَاهُ. Sayyida Zainab is saying, oh, to me, where is Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas? I feel sorry for Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas. Oh, my dear brother. Now can you imagine how difficult it was for the children who were thirsty? Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. وَسَيَعْلَمُ الَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا آل محمد أي منقلب ينقلبون ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. يا الله ببركة بالفضل العباس. يا الله ببركة قمر بني هاشم. يا الله ببركة ساقي عطاش كربلاء. يا Allah, we ask you to fulfill our hajat. Ya Allah, we ask you to listen to our dua, Ya Allah. Allah, hear our duas, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, there are many brothers and sisters who have hajat. They have asked us to pray for them. Ya Allah, taqabbal du'a'ahum ya Rabbal Alameen. There are many sisters and brothers who are not well. Ya Allah, cure them bi barakat Abil Fadl al-Abbas. Ya Allah, we ask you bi barakat Abil Fadl al-Abbas. اجعل جمعنا هذا مرحوما وتفرقنا من بعده معصوما لا تجعل فينا شقيا ولا محروما اللهم من أرادنا بسوء فأرده ومن كادنا فكده اللهم احفظ عيالنا يا رب العالمين. رحم الله من قرأ الفاتحة مع الصلاة على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل